What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome once again to the Weekend Wrap-Up. I'm the Duke, your host here on this delightfully kind of chilly Friday morning. I've been saying that. I feel like I've been saying that a lot recently. Had to turn on as in pack with wood and then set on fire. Had to turn on the wood stove this week. It's been getting down to like mid 40s at night, which, I mean, yeah, if we slept outside, that would be really freaking cold. But inside, like, it gets down to, I'd say like 60s, low 60s. Which, I feel like if it was 65 degrees all the time, I would be fine. But I'm not the only one that lives in the house. So, yeah, we've started packing the wood stove in the morning. And yesterday, I think we put in 5 logs over the course of the couple hours in the morning, and the fire lasted until 2-ish. Which, I mean, okay, because by that time, the temperature starts rising outside, and then the house kind of retains the heat, so it's all good. So welcome. If you're watching this, that means you're a supporter of my Patreon, supporter of my Coffee page. Either way, thank you. I gotta be careful with this coffee mug. It's got my first initial on the other side. It's not D. But I like it because it kind of looks like a witch's cauldron. So, stuff I got going on this week. So I think I showed you this last week. So I made some of these. Some Pip D6s. I also made, let me go off camera here for a second. I also made some Bear D10s in this color scheme. It's kind of like green galaxy, and they do react under black light, so that's cool. Pigment I used reacts under black light, so I got that. That's commissioned for Jamar, and then I'm actually, because I had enough, because I had to fix some of the D6s because they had voids. That didn't work. They're in there now. I had to fix some of the D6s because they had voids, and so when I re-poured them, because the way I do these galaxy style is I have kind of a clearish or see-through color, and then I pour the opaque kind of sparkly into it. These I actually injected because I was trying a new technique. I don't know that I like the injection because it does kind of drop towards the bottom. Something about the pigment is heavy. Pigmented resin is heavier than non-pigmented. Physics. So I think the next time I make some galaxy dice, I actually won't inject. I think I might pour the clear and then just pour the opaque on top of it and just let it sink on its own. But anyway, so I poured up some additional clear to fill those voids in a couple of the D6s, and so I made enough to make this little thing. It's not together yet, and obviously, as you can see, I need to polish it up because I was knocking off over pour. But it's a little treasure chest, isn't that freaking cool? And the best part about it, because I did not know this was going to be the case. Let me get these out of here. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Technical difficulties. Spilled my goddamn coffee. Pisses me off. Good coffee too. Although I didn't spill all of it. That would have been not great. Oh yeah, still good. Anyway, so it was actually Mrs. the Duke that discovered this, and I'm not gonna get that one. Way to hell over there. So the dice actually fit in here just perfectly. So this, I mean, I don't think he's a patron. Well, I guess technically he supported me on coffee, I think. So he might be watching this, but I'm gonna assume he's not, because he's got bigger and better things to do. That's gonna be a little surprise for Jamar, because he thought he was just getting the dice, and gave him a little treasure box dice keeper to go along with it. I might end up selling those on the store. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. It's 4 pieces. Actually, it's with the hinges. It's like 8, but the hinges go together, and so it really like only one extra piece, because it's the bottom. The lid is actually 2 pieces that fits together like that, and then there's these hinges. Also, lesson on these: do not overpour. Less is more with these, because I had to sand these down. So the hinges, they fit together like, because they got a little nub and a hole, and they fit together like that. So the way the hinges are supposed to work is that you put them in here like this, and then you attach the other end to the lid, and the lid, closes like that, and then it opens like that. That's the way the hinges are supposed to work. Anyway, super easy to pour. Kind of a pain because the surface areas are so big, especially this one. Look at that. It's almost as long as my middle finger. And then the sides of my thumb. Anyway, it's a big surface area to sand. Takes a lot of time. Takes a lot of material to knock that off. It's another reason why I say I'm not going to overpour the next one. But I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know how much people would pay for a trinket box like that. I mean, let's be real. You're gonna put your dice in them. But I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze on that one. We'll see. Seeing spots that I missed cleaning up. Anyway, so I've been working on that. The other thing I've been working on that's super cool, also a commission. So I think I showed you the good one. So these turned out fine. But again, I do kind of feel like if I had just poured them in the top. Oh, it's got coffee on it. I gotta sand these anyway. Sand and polish them anyway. So, but on these, I feel like if I just poured the, and that's weird flashing. If I had just poured the, what's the word I'm looking for? The opaque, because I did these Galaxy style too. I find that those are the Galaxy style is super cool. I really like it a lot. But these didn't turn out that great. I mean, they're fine. They're fine. So there's the D8. So the thing with these is that you'll notice it's custom faces. Look at that shit. So it's tragedy and comedy. The drama masks, because I made this set custom, 100% custom, for one of my former coworkers. She her husband is a theater nerd. And not, like, he's a theater nerd to the point that he actually went into teaching. So he's a drama teacher at I don't know if it's a private or a public high school where they live. But she's been following me on social since I've been doing this thing. And noticed that I put up commissions, and she was like, "Hey, I might be interested in this. The only problem, my budget is this for Christmas normally, because obviously it's a Christmas gift." And she was like, "So I want to do something cool, but I also don't want to blow my budget out of the water." And I'm like, "I understand." So I'm like, you know what? This is something that I kind of want to noodle around with anyway. I want to practice. I want to practice pouring molds. That's always good experience. I want to practice doing the style. I also want to practice to see if I can 3D model something on the computer in 3D space, and then print it and actually have a thing that I made like from scratch. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna charge you what the normal rate on this would be, simply because it's an experiment for me. And it'll turn out. I think it'll turn out pretty cool, and he'll like it. And blah 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 blah. So I gave her like the super friends and family discount rate, right? And I've been tracking my time, and I'm like, okay, so if I ever do this again, so it's modeling the dice, it's printing the dice, it's cleaning those dice, it's polishing those dice, getting them in another mold, doing all that mold for those dice, custom mold. And then, popping those out, cleaning up the mold, pouring the dice, which at that point, that's the first step, pouring the dice into existing molds, if I wasn't doing all this custom work, right? So all that work that I've done up to this point, modeling, printing, polishing, molding, that's already been done for most other stuff. So that wouldn't be included. So then it's pouring the dice, cleaning and polishing the dice, painting the dice, shipping them off. So right here we're at dice has been poured, gotta polish them up. Probably gonna work on that on Monday, because these just came out of the pot yesterday, and I just want to make sure they're fully cured before I start sanding them. Oh, and then because I had some extra, always have extra resin, I poured some cool D6s. Look at the color on those. So these actually, something cool about these D6s and the dark blue glows in the dark. It's gonna be sick. I haven't actually seen it glow yet, but I know it does. So that's what I'm working on. I'm probably gonna do some more sanding on Jamar's dice today. Well, start sanding Jamar's dice today, because I haven't up to this point. Just worked on the treasure box. So that's the week in review. The week in looking forward, the week ahead. So I'm hoping that by the end of this week, Jamar's dice will be polished up and ready for inking. I'm going to do something cool when I ink those too. So I'm going to ink Jamar's dice next week. So that's going to be next week. Sanding and polishing the theater dice next week. What else next week? I feel like that Ben Roethlisberger gif. Next week, I've been teasing this on the Twitter a little bit. I'm gonna do a raffle, and it's gonna have my candy dice. So if you see them on the coffee page, I've got, what do I have? I got caramel apple dice, I got lemon drop dice, I got strawberry hard candy dice, and I might have a fourth one. We'll see. I'll do some experiments. But I've got these sets of candy dice that have just been kind of sitting there. And Mrs. the Duke came up with the idea. She comes up with all the ideas. Came up with the idea to do a Halloween raffle for the candy dice. You know, buy a ticket for the low price of, I actually decided on $7. So $7 for a ticket. And these are dice sets that would normally set you back 5 times that. So buy one ticket for the cost of less than the cost of a fancy latte. Let's be real. You buy one ticket or several if you want to buy several. Cool. Because each ticket is a chance to win one of the 3, maybe 4 dice sets. Buy your ticket, and then I haven't put it up yet, so this is just FYI. You buy your ticket, you get entered in the drawing on Halloween. Actually, on Halloween, I will do the drawing. Pick the winners, and then send them their dice. You still got to pay for shipping. I'm not, especially if you live in Canada. Holy crap, y'all! Like shipping within the continental, actually, I think it's within the United States. Period. So even if I'm shipping literally overseas, as long as it's a U.S. address, it's like $5. Canada, $20. What? For real? What are y'all doing? Anyway, and then of course international shipping is even worse. So if you don't live in the U.S. and you win, well, regardless, you're paying for shipping. Sorry, but especially if you live outside the U.S., yeah, you gotta pay that shipping. I ain't losing money on shipping, you know. Small business. So looking forward to that. I'll probably post that up like this weekend, I think, because I've got a couple. I canned a couple of tweets, advertising the raffle that's coming soon. So I'll probably actually put up the tickets this weekend. So be on the lookout for that. That's next week. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it for next week. So the question. I don't have a question. The question this week is, actually, I know the question is, if these were in the shop. I mean, obviously not green. Well, or maybe green. I don't know. I might experiment with different colors. If these things were in the shop, would you buy one? I mean, obviously, probably not going to be as expensive as a set of dice, because the molds are not custom. Molds are not custom. Literally, just bought them off of Amazon. They do have some hardware, so like there's an actual like catch lock that goes here, so that's going to take some post-processing work too. So really, I think that the main cost of those is going to be in the labor. Because it's sanding, polishing, not inking, but it is still going to be, installing the hardware and things like that, gluing the hinges on and whatnot. So a little bit of fiddly work after the thing is poured. So I don't know, maybe, because what's a full set of dice is like $95. But the pre-mades I think I have up in the store for $45. I think 45 or 50. Can't remember what. So maybe those are like 25. About an hour's worth of work there. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if it would be worth it. I don't know if it would be worth it to you. I don't know if it would be worth it to me. Let me know. Drop a comment on the Patreon post. Drop a comment on Coffee. Let me know. Would you buy a treasure box for your dice or whatever knickknacks you wanted to put in there? That's it for me. I'm tired of talking. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna finish cleaning up this coffee that I missed. God damn it. And until next time, be good to each other, y'all. Peace.